Okay. Yeah.
Okay? All right. Hello, everyone. This is Tamara Linkowski from HealthyTreatsMarket.com. And today's class, what we're going to do is we're going to teach you all the different things you can do when you're making a meal kit. And I'll show you how easy everything is to do, okay? So I'm going to give you different options on what to do with the mixes. And this is just a 3 out of probably over 100, okay? But it just shows you how easy it is. I want to get this piece of paper out here. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm getting this blown up into a big 4x8 sign. But this here is what a typical day looks like, okay? So we're going to talk about this. So I don't have a copy for each of you, but it's going to be a big copy up there after this week once it comes in. But basically with the meal kit, what you do is you get a mix. And for the morning, you have a mix for breakfast, okay, which is these right here. If you guys don't know, for those of you that don't know, I had really bad heart failure, and my heart's failed 5 times, and it's reversed 5 times. So nobody gets an enlarged heart and then has their heart shrink back to normal 5 times. Like, it's unheard of. So number 1, it's God. Number 2, this is what God used to reverse my heart failure. That's why I'm big on my mixes. I do low carb, low calorie, low fat, high protein. Okay, when you got a bad heart or anything, you don't want to be doing a lot of high fat. If you're going to do fat, you want your fat to be like coconut oil. So that's what these bombs are made from. The fat in here is organic coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, and grapeseed oil. So that's where I get my fat from. I don't like to do a ton of dairy fat. Not that I don't do any, okay? I love cream cheese, like I can't give that up. I love mousse. Mousse is like one of my favorite things. But I don't like to eat a lot of it. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make mousse today. But you can just put like a shaving on so you just get the taste of it, okay? So we're going to do that today. So that's what your breakfast is. For lunch, you have a wrap, okay? And again, those are already made for you. You can, once you do the meal kit once, you can go on my recipe book and make your own chickens, flavor them the way I do, so that way you save a good amount of money. But you can have a wrap for lunch, you can eat a salad with the wrap. You don't have to stick to only this. Like, you can still have smoothies, you can still have salads. You can have 2 wraps if you're still hungry. I eat 2 wraps and a burger, and that's a typical lunch for me or whatever, but I'm a big eater. And so you can do that, and you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about how much you eat. You have to worry about not cheating. Because when you cheat, this is what happens. You see this? I'm gonna read these numbers to you guys. The one thing I will say though, tropical smoothies are bigger than mine. So you are getting 22, 24 ounces instead of 16. That is the one difference, okay? But number 1, you don't need that much. You need 16 ounces, that's enough. But look at my smoothie versus tropical smoothie. My peanut butter chocolate smoothie is 260 calories. Tropical smoothie is 710, okay? My peanut butter chocolate smoothie has 4 net carbs. Tropical smoothie has 127 net carbs. It's basically all sugar. All the calories come from sugar and from fat. So you have to be careful. This is why I say you can't cheat. Okay, you can eat as much as you want, but you can't cheat. My smoothie has 7 grams of protein, theirs has 12. My smoothie has 10 grams of fat, theirs has 20. Okay, same thing with like the burgers, okay? My turkey burger, I make it taste like a Whopper. You guys have had it before. It is very similar to a Whopper. Okay, guys, I try to make my stuff taste as close to the real thing as possible. My turkey burger is 350 calories, a Whopper is 790. Whopper with cheese, because mine's got cheese on it. My turkey burger has 4 net carbs, a regular Whopper has 53. My turkey burger has 27 grams protein, theirs has 35. It's the same amount of meat, but I think beef has more protein in it than turkey, but turkey's better for you. I use 93% lean turkey. My burger has 16 grams of fat, the Whopper has 48 grams of fat. So that's why this is just my way of saying don't cheat. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get across. Again, If one mix isn't enough and you want two because you're a big, huge eater like me, eat two. Most people can't. Okay, most people struggle getting all of this in a day. But you can always eat more. That's why I say if you're a person who is obese and has a lot of weight to lose, you're going to want to look into Healthy Treats Market, because with Healthy Treats Market, you can eat as much as you want and you're never going to be hungry and you'll still lose weight. Okay, guys, we're going to move on now, though. I'm going to show you. I'm going to grab some of these. I'll just grab some of these, show you guys what I do with them. This is my sweetener. So we're going to work on the meal kit today. Everybody's going to get to sample this stuff. One other thing you get with the meal kits, guys, that I'm not able to sample because they're frozen, you get the bars. These are mocha bars. They're coconut bars. These coconut bars taste like a Mounds bar. If you've ever had a Mounds bar, this is what these taste like. There's peppermint bars. These taste like a peppermint patty. And then there are peanut butter, chocolate chip, coconut bars, okay? So there's 4 different bars that we have now that you guys can pick from and that you can order online from. One other thing we have that's new is flatbread. I'll show you. Gracie, are you back there?
No, I'm not.
Where are you at? Can you flatbread? Just give me a flatbread so I can show them what it looks like, sweetie. Just get one. Get a couple.
Yeah.
I'll show them what it looks like.
Abraham.
I can use basic for this. Skinny.
Just take what you need there.
Okay. Yeah.
It's getting a cupcake.
So I'm just going to show you guys. This is the flatbread. It's actually the exact same amount of mix that I make the waffles with. So the waffles are 12 for 20. The flatbread's 12 for 20. But what you do is you can use this to make like pizzas. Like I did I'm making a Mexican pizza where all I do is chicken, salsa, and cheese. It's so good. And I do 2 of them. You can also do like a barbecue chicken pizza on here. You can do any, it's just an alternative if you like a different texture other than the waffle texture. You can do the flatbread. These can be burger buns if you want to use them. So when you get the meal kit, you can choose either the plain tortillas or garlic tortillas. You get 2 of those or 1 of each. And then you get 1 option of either flatbread or the waffles that we get, okay? We're gonna start cooking now. I'm just gonna set these down because I can put my hands all over them. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is make a brownie. I need you to open a coconut milk for me, Grace. I need you guys to like be available for me right now.
Do we have a can opener?
Yeah, there's a can opener there. Yeah, we'll do the brownie in a second. I'm gonna do cheese bread right now. So the cheese bread, I'll have you guys all try it. All these mixes, all you do to them is add a 1/4 cup of egg whites, 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. That's it. Nothing else. That's enough to, so what this does is it adds a lot of protein to the mix, okay? And then you can add other things to it to improvise. So for example, I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup egg whites here and add the Greek yogurt, and I just got an onion in my Greek yogurt.
I think Greeks like onions.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a
Yep,
problem.
bring that to me, honey. Okay, and then I'm just gonna estimate, this is about 2 tablespoons. Okay, so this is all I do in a cereal bowl, and I'm gonna mix this. Now, if I mix this and microwave it 90 seconds or 2 minutes, it's bread. So let me tell you something. If you guys ever go out to eat and you're struggling because you know, like this Friday, you have to go out to eat. The best thing you can do is take yourself a piece of bread like this. That way, what happens when you take a piece of bread like this, you microwave it, you have a piece of bread. When everybody else is eating bread and butter, you're not only depriving yourself, because you get to eat your bread and butter, but you're also filling yourself up so that when you're out to eat, you're not eating crappy food, because even their keto-friendly food is not keto-friendly. Like, I'll never forget, I told Craig, we had gone to Olive Garden, and I got the one meal I could get that was like keto-friendly. What was it called? Chicken
margarita.
Chicken margarita, and it was just basically broccoli and chicken, and it didn't even have like a really, like the sauce it wasn't like a real super thick sauce or a lot of sauce. But anyway, I took my blood sugar after that, and my blood sugar was like 140. My blood sugar never goes up that high. I took my blood sugar last night, it was 84. I took it this morning, it was 96. Like, that's my normal blood sugar. Even after I eat, it's like just over 100. But that just goes to show you that even this like keto stuff that they claim to be out there, you don't know how much of the bad stuff is still raising your blood sugar. Just because it's not carbs doesn't mean it's not going to raise your blood sugar and damage your body. So you got to be careful, okay? So just egg whites and Greek yogurt, throw it in the microwave 90 seconds, and you got bread. You can go out to eat with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this taste like a Red Lobster biscuit. So I'm going to add a little bit of cheese and bacon bits to it. This is about 1 serving of cheese. And then here's a little bit of bacon bits. And then now I'm just gonna mix it, and I'm gonna microwave it 2 minutes. So this is how complicated all my recipes are in the recipe book. Have you guys all tasted the cheese bread? Okay, good. So you know. All right, we're gonna microwave this, and then we're gonna move on. And guys, you can interrupt me. Please ask questions. That's how. If you're curious about anything, ask away. Don't hesitate. While that's cooking, we're gonna make a cream cheese frosting. You guys know how to make my cream cheese frosting? This is how you make it. Can you see good over here? Can you see good? Okay. So what I got here, I have a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. I have a 1/4 cup of sweetie. This is my sweetie here. This is what you can order online. And then I have a 1/4 cup of half and half. And 1 block of cream cheese. And what I'm gonna do is microwave it for a minute. And I only use Philadelphia, guys. I don't know about you guys, but nothing tastes as good as Philadelphia. Your vanilla smoothies won't be good if you don't use Philadelphia. This is something you don't want to chintz out on. Don't be going and buying a cheaper brand, because it ain't gonna taste good. And that's another thing, like, okay, you can do the fat-free and all that, but it just doesn't taste right. All right, I'm gonna microwave this for a minute, soften it up. Throw this out. And that's gonna be ready in just a minute. Okay, next we can do, I'm gonna make a potato pancake. I'm gonna try the potato pancake and see if it turns out, because I bought this mashed potato flavoring off of Amazon, and I just got a wholesale account with these guys, so hopefully I'll be able to sell my prices cheaper with the wholesale account. Let me do this. Okay, here is the cheese bread, and you can doctor it up. Let me put my glove on. So I doctor it up. See how nice it comes out? Comes out so clean. Okay. I put HTM seasoning. I need to make different things. I'm trying to think of. These are just what I eat all the time. And the nice thing is you're eating bread, but they're between the cheese and the protein that's in the mix and the egg whites and Greek yogurt and the bacon bits, you're talking over 30 grams of protein in here in one serving. So that's a good amount of protein. That's why I say this is a meal replacement. Okay, AJ, I want you to get a fork. And just give everybody a piece of this cheese bread, sweetie. Just go like this. I think Sandy might, well, Sandy ate, but just go like that and then set it on their plate. And then they can try it. Yep. Okay, so that's done. I'll put that here. Okay, next we're gonna do a brownie. I feel like I'm missing something. No, I'm not. Okay, so the brownie is just the chocolate cake mix. I've done this before, guys. You do a 1/4 cup of egg whites, 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. Now, if you do just this, egg whites and Greek yogurt, you are going to have a chocolate cake, okay? That's what the chocolate cake is. So you do this. This is how easy it is to make a chocolate cake. You just mix this up and you microwave it 90 seconds to 2 minutes, and you have a chocolate cake. But I'm gonna turn it into a brownie. And the way I do that, and this is like my Ghirardelli copycat, okay? So you see how right now, see the texture right now? It's like runny.
Can I eat this?
Yep, go ahead. The texture right now is runny like a cake, okay? Once you do a brownie, what I do is I add 2 tablespoons of coconut milk. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, instead of heavy whipping cream, coconut milk is half the calories, half the fat, and then you're getting your fat from coconut instead of dairy, which is a much better fat. And you really can't tell the difference in this brownie. And then I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons sweetie and 2 tablespoons cocoa. Yeah, just pure cocoa. I like Ghirardelli.
No, it's coconut milk.
Coconut milk, yes, it's unsweetened. It's the canned. Okay, this is another thing. Do not buy the off brands. Like this is Thai organic, okay? The other brands that you don't see the milk, it's not this thick. And it does not taste this good. See, this is like Philadelphia. Like, you do not want to chintz out on this. Some things you can, this is not one of them. All right, I'm gonna mix this and microwave it 2 minutes. And I'm not gonna let you guys try this because I'm gonna make a chocolate mousse and a chocolate glaze, and I'm gonna put it on top of here, and then we're gonna try it. But the brownie itself is delicious, guys, but I'm gonna show you how to make all these toppings, and you can leave your toppings in the fridge and they stay good for like a week. And then you've got all these delicious toppings to like decorate your cakes with, and then you're eating so healthy and you're not bored with it. You know what I mean? That's the last thing you want, is to be bored with something like this. Okay, so see how much thicker it is now? That's more of a brownie texture. Okay, we're gonna microwave this, and while that's microwaving, we're gonna make a mousse and a glaze. Okay. So let's go here and make, we got the frosting. Let's finish the frosting. I'm gonna just bring the thingy here to eat it. Whoa, this is still on. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to beat the frosting. I love these hand blenders, but I will say, spend the money and buy the Cuisinart one. It's way better, way more worth it. We should have did this. You know what, AJ? Give me a pudding too. Give me the chocolate pudding. I'm gonna have you guys try this, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a drop of orange in here. I'm gonna take some of it out. So this frosting is your base, okay? You can make a cheesecake slider by adding the frosting to the and we're going to show you how to do that, but there's so many different flavors you can get from this base frosting. So if you just take a little bit and you add a drop of orange, like I do the Young Living orange, you add one drop, this tastes just like an orange creamsicle. So then you can have like an orange creamsicle flavor on your Baker's Basic, and you can put this inside the Baker's Basic and make yourself an orange creamsicle delight, you know. You can put lemon in it and do like a lemon drop cake with a lemon frosting. You can add a tablespoon of poppy seeds to it with the lemon and have a lemon poppy muffin. There's so many different things you can do. We're gonna do this. If you add to this peppermint and cocoa, it tastes exactly like Andy's mints. And of course I left that at home and I didn't bring it for you guys to try. But I should do that. It's so good. I'm gonna mix this up. AJ, can you give everybody a stick to have them try the orange creamsicle? Have them try the regular frosting first. Have them try the regular frosting, and then come back and do the orange creamsicle frosting for them. Okay, while that's cooking, we're gonna make a mousse. Okay, and then you can also have them try the bombs. Everybody's probably had a bomb. Okay, guys, first thing we're gonna do here for more toppings is mousse. Can you see me okay here? You can come stand here, and then you're not in anybody's way. Okay, the recipe for the mousse is 1 pint heavy whipping cream. So I'm gonna put half of this in there because this is a quart. 1 pint heavy whipping cream, a half tablespoon coffee. You can do more if you want, but if you do more, it's gonna be really strong coffee flavor. That's a half a tablespoon. 2 tablespoons cocoa. And a half cup sweetie. So a half cup sweetie is for, that's a 1/4 cup. And then this is a half cup. Okay? And you always got to use more sweetie when you use cocoa. I honestly don't need to. Okay. This is going to blend now, and I'm just going to put the handle in here. This is just my cream cheese frosting. It's going to take a minute. Has anybody here ever made mousse? Okay. It takes a minute to blend, but you'll see how quickly it thickens up. Whipped cream that's in the can, you can make your own heavy whipping cream like this too. You just add sweetie to heavy whipping cream and you blend it like this with a hand blender. I use a hand blender all the time. But the taste that this gives, unbelievable. AJ, can I make you do this while I'm doing something else? Yeah. So it's going to take about 2 or 3 minutes. You're going to have to do this for like 2 minutes. You have to hold this and you have to just keep blending this. It's eventually going to get really thick. I'm sorry, give me a second. It's mousse. It's so the chocolate mocha mousse. just keep doing it, even though it's noisy.
2? 1 or 2?
2. Okay. While that's going on, I'm going to show you how to make a healthy chocolate glaze. Okay. These are just different toppings again that you can do. So the chocolate glaze calls for a cup of coconut oil. So we're going to do a cup of coconut oil. You can do the liquid coconut oil or you can do the solid one and just warm it up. It's up to you. And then you've got 2 tablespoons heavy whipping cream. 2 tablespoons cocoa. A quarter cup of sweetie. And I'm going to add a quarter cup of peanut butter to this. Which would be half of this. This gives it such an amazing flavor. I love it. Okay. Once she's done, is it nice and thick now? Yes. Keep going, keep going. Alright. So this is what it looks like to make heavy whipping cream. See that? See how nice it is? It's so thick. This is what you want, and I would even do it even a little bit longer, but we're not going to for time's sake and for everybody online, but this is so good. Like, I could eat this whole thing, but I don't want to eat a half a pint of heavy whipping cream, okay? So, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it, okay? I'm going to, give me that glaze too so I can blend that too, honey. That I just made, yep. Okay, so this is a mousse, and this is a glaze, and then you got cream cheese frosting, and then you can melt some white chocolate chips. I mean, can I try it? Can you try it? Yeah. What do you think? Taste it.
It's good.
It's good.
I don't like the coffee part of it.
Oh, you don't like coffee?
Kind of a mocha.
Well, mocha, I mean, you can make it without coffee and make it just chocolate. Let everybody, here, AJ, have everybody taste this. Give them sticks. That's another thing, we need to order more sticks. Okay, now I'm gonna do the glaze. All I'm gonna do is blend this. This is gonna stay running. Guys, see this? This is what you want. This is like a chocolate syrup, but it's not chocolate syrup, it's all coconut oil.
Where do you get the liquid coconut?
They sell liquid coconut oil. That is not liquid coconut oil. I warm that up, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my stove is always like a little bit hot because it's a commercial stove, so if I just put the coconut oil on my stove, it stays liquidy.
Okay.
So you can do that, yeah. But they do sell liquid, like you can buy the liquid coconut oil. Now I'm gonna do the brownie and let you guys try it. So here's my brownie, guys. So this alone is 200 calories, 18 grams protein, less than 5 net carbs, less than 5 grams fat. Give me my brownie, us versus them. So if you, again, why you don't cheat? Because a normal brownie, same size, okay, the same size, Ghirardelli, is 365 calories instead of 200. 58 net carbs. This is less than 5. Like you don't eat, like with the meal kit, you don't eat 58 net carbs in 4 days. That's how different it is, okay? And you're eating 58 net carbs in one dessert here. That's why I'm trying so hard to emphasize to you guys how important it is not to cheat. Like one cheat will throw you off. And even if it doesn't throw you off, it's not healthy. You just don't want to do it. 4 grams of protein, mine is 18. And mine is less than 5 grams of fat. This has 15. So, but we're going to add fat because we're going to put the mousse on it. And you guys are going to taste a really good dessert. So here's what I like to do. Like when I'm craving something just very delicious and like chocolate, this is how I do it. I'm gonna put the brownie on the plate. Now that doesn't come out as clean only because I like it like gooey on the inside. Okay, I'm gonna put the mousse on top. Oh. Did you guys like the mousse? Be honest.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good? It's just a different flavor. When you have variety, it's so nice. And then you glaze it with coconut oil. And I love white chocolate. Like what I would do is I'm gonna throw some white chocolate chips on here.
Where are they?
Oh. I love white chocolate chips. If you guys got my cookie mix, if you make the peanut butter chocolate chip cookies but use the white chocolate chips instead of the milk ones, that's like my absolute favorite. Okay guys, there's more fat on here now because of this, but again, you can eat all this and still lose weight and not gain it, and you're eating low carb still. All this that I added only added maybe 1 or 2 carbs to this. You know what I'm saying? So AJ, give everybody a little taste. I want a little taste because I never made it like this. I'm just gonna use this fork. I'm gonna give everybody all the difference. Here, use this. Give everybody a taste. Okay. Oh, it's so big.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, go ahead, AJ. What are you doing? Okay, guys. We're online. Gosh, man. Jeez.
My point is, there's all different kind of ways to dress these up so that you never get bored, okay? So that you never get bored. All right, we're gonna make a cinnamon bun. So the cinnamon bun, just so you know, my Baker's Basic, what is it, a half teaspoon? My cinnamon mix is basically just the Baker's Basic with a half teaspoon cinnamon. Okay? So if you're on a budget, but you want like the cinnamon and the pumpkin and the basic, you can just get the basic and add a half teaspoon cinnamon to it, and that's the same as this cinnamon. You can get the basic and add a half teaspoon pumpkin to it, and it's the same as the pumpkin cake mix, okay? The rest of them are all different though, so you can't do that with all the mixes, just those ones. Guys, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Doesn't that taste so rich? Like, when you eat something that rich, I don't care what people are putting in your face, you're not gonna cheat. Because you just had a delicious, rich dessert that not only lowers your blood sugar, it lowers your blood pressure too. And while everybody else is out there eating garbage and gaining weight, you're gonna be losing weight. And it doesn't have like the aftertaste of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand that diet aftertaste. That's what I love about my sweetener. It doesn't give that aftertaste. Okay, what are we doing? Cinnamon bun. 1/4 cup. Again, this is all protein, guys. See what I'm talking about? When you're adding egg whites, that's all protein. And when you're adding Greek yogurt, that's all protein. So when you've got like, you can buy the cream cheese frosting from me, or you can just make it yourself, but this is how easy it is to make breakfast. Or if you want to eat it for lunch or dinner or whatever you want. We're gonna make a cinnamon bun. So I'm just gonna microwave this for 90 seconds. You throw some cinnamon on top of, you throw some cream cheese frosting on it with a little bit of cinnamon and sweetie, and it tastes just like a cinnamon bun. And I'm gonna show you guys too how to keep these like fresh, so that, let's say you gotta work all day long. I'll show you how to package it so that it stays fresh, so that it doesn't get all yucky. And then we're gonna do a cheesecake, we're gonna do bone broth, and I'm gonna show you how to make potato pancakes. One other thing I wanna tell you guys. So I just did this, like one of my favorite things to eat is crab legs with butter, you know, dip them in the butter. So butter is not as good for you as coconut oil. So one of the things you can do is buy butter extract. And you can put butter extract in the coconut oil and it will taste like butter. And you can cook like that too. Like, I'm gonna make the cheesecake slider with butter, but you can do 2 tablespoons coconut oil and add butter extract to it, and then you got a much healthier cheesecake slider because now your fat is coming from the coconut oil instead of the butter. When I will get an exact measurement of how much of this to put in, but I just kind of wing it, but I'm gonna, so this is about 2 tablespoons, and I am going to put 5 drops. And again, once this hardens, it'll harden, and I'm gonna taste it. 5 drops might be just perfect. It still tastes like coconut oil. I'm gonna do 5 more drops. Oops, I don't want to double dip, because I'm gonna make you guys try it. Needs 5 more drops. So 15 drops, 15 to 20 drops is just 1/8 of a teaspoon. It's not much. Okay, so I would say do like I would say do 1/8 of a teaspoon, you know. Bye, Dave. Tell your wife I love her.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
This has a good butter taste. I'm gonna have her share that with you guys. But that is something you can definitely do. All right, here's the cinnamon bun. That's what the cinnamon cake came out as. Again, this is 1 serving, guys. And I don't know if you guys have ever bought those keto mixes, like once in a while. I know for a while Walmart was selling them and then they quit. But I have one video where I'm comparing like mine to theirs, because they have keto mixes. Number one, the ingredients are nothing the same. But number two, when I bought theirs and made it, it's about half the size of this for the same amount of money. So it's really not worth the buy compared to this. Okay, I'm gonna add, so this is what I do. So like if I'm trying to be careful about my fat, I'll just put a shaving of this on. Okay, you don't need much. Like this isn't even a tablespoon right there. This is not even a tablespoon, and it's gonna taste like a cinnamon bun. I'm gonna add some cinnamon sweetie to it too. I always have sweetie and cinnamon mixed together. So if I want a dessert, I can add some cinnamon sugar. But it's not sugar, it's cinnamon sweetie. Okay, AJ, you want to share this and give it to everybody to try?
I have a question.
Yes, honey.
On all the mixes on the back, where it gives directions as to how to do it. I noticed on the back of one of mine said 1 egg. And
Yes.
you're using egg whites. So
Yes.
why?
That's my new thing. So on the back of these mixes, it says to use 1 egg and 2 tablespoons heavy whipping cream.
Right.
And I was doing that. This last time that my heart failed, I changed it because I feel like the egg and the heavy whipping cream is too much fat. Okay, because when you're eating a whole egg, 50 calories of the egg is in the yolk. And the yolk is all fat. And what I try to do is teach you what works for me. For me, if I eat eggs, I don't lose weight, I gain weight. But if I eat egg whites, I lose weight all day long. So what I do every day, I always have boiled eggs in my house. Always. I try to eat a dozen eggs every day, but I cut them in half, I throw out the yolk, and I only eat the white. Because the yolk is where all the fat is, the white is where all the protein is. So if you want to make these mixes like the cinnamon bun that she just got, okay? If you do the egg and the cream and the mix, I think like for those of you that are doing Weight Watchers, for example, you're up to about 8 points. And that's a lot. You're up to like 8 or 9 points. But when you get rid of the yolk and you do and instead of the heavy whipping cream, you do the Greek yogurt, you're down to about 3 points now. It's a lot less fat and a lot less calories. You know what it does? It gets rid of over 100 calories. It gets rid of 15 grams of fat. There's 10 in the cream, 5 in the egg. And then it adds 12 grams of protein. So that's way healthier for you. And then that's how my heart reversed this last time. So that's why once I get my new labels, this is going to change to say egg whites and Greek yogurt. And that's why on my big sign that I'm putting up there, I'm going to say egg whites and Greek yogurt. You can do eggs and cream and you'll still lose weight. But if you're like me and you got a bad heart or you're a diabetic or you don't have a gallbladder, if you don't have a gallbladder, you can use these mixes. But you got to stay away from the fat because your body can't process fat when you don't have a gallbladder. So that's why you got to do the egg whites and Greek yogurt. But again, like it's not a absolute necessity, but it is what I've been teaching actually since I had the baby, since my heart failed again. That's what I've been doing. Okay? Anything else, ask away. Now what I'm going to do for this, we're going to do a cheesecake slider now. What I'm going to do here is is microwave this to melt the butter. 2 tablespoons butter. And all I do to make the base is add the Baker's Basic to 2 tablespoons butter, and I've got a delicious graham cracker crust. Okay? If you want to cook it, this is going to be a no-bake cheesecake. But you can make a real cheesecake. All you got to do is add a couple tablespoons of egg whites to the crust, and then you can just bake it that way, and then it'll keep everything together. It won't just be crumbly. So here's my melted butter. I'm gonna clear all this up, guys. I think I've done everything except the bone broth and the potato pancake. I don't wanna forget those. And I have used the coconut oil with the butter extract for this, and it's good. I should make a video of that once I perfect the extract. So there you go, there's my crust. Okay. You guys want to taste the crust before I put the frosting on it? No? This is really, really good. This is like such a delicious dessert. Okay, what kind of cheesecake do you like? Orange creamsicle? Lemon? Berry? Do you guys like berries? I don't know if I have berries. Do we got berries here? We can take them home. Okay, there's a little bit of berries in here. I'm gonna warm these up. Let me just microwave them for a few seconds. And we'll make a berry cheesecake. We'll make a white chocolate berry cheesecake. I got more white chocolate chips here. Sorry for my mess, guys. I'm good about cleaning up afterwards. Yes, I want to show you guys this bone broth. I'll do it again. I know I did it in another video. Oh, here's another thing. I was going to show you guys how to do this. This too is so easy. This pudding that I have, this Simply Delish brand is all natural. There's nothing like, even their coloring, they use like vegetable juice to color. They use stevia to sweeten. All their ingredients here are all natural. So instead of paying like $2 for a sugar-free crappy Jell-O or pudding, it's way better to pay an extra $1 and get the really clean stuff that will really help you continue on your weight loss journey. Those red dyes and things that they put in their other sugar-free Jell-O, all that stuff stops you from losing weight because it blocks you. It's full of additives and preservatives. You got to be real careful not to do too much of that. All right, so I got my berries. I'm going to add cream cheese frosting to the berries. And cheesecake sliders are supposed to be like cold. This is not going to be cold, but you'll get the gist of it. And you can even blend this. You know what? I might do that. I might put it in I might blend it. Let me see. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to. They're not going to taste the berry that much. And then you just put it in here, and now you have a berry cheesecake slider. And I'm going to put whipped cream and white chocolate chips. There you go. And AJ, do you want to hand this out? I'm gonna taste it too. I think you're gonna need to. I think you're gonna need to do the fork like this and go like that, and then just set it on their plates or something. Just try to get a little bit for everybody. I'm gonna grab a teeny bit though for myself. Hold on a second. The cheesecake slider is delicious. I think my bag of berries was like old and buried in there because we don't have a berry thing. So it's better with raspberries. I love raspberries. All right, we're gonna do this pudding. Here's another topping. All you do to this pudding, so again, if you want something low calorie, you can make the chocolate cake instead of the brownie. And you can add some chocolate pudding on the chocolate cake. And it's very low calorie. So all I'm doing to this, I'm gonna add 1 1/4 cups of almond milk. Use this. Egg whites without. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1 1/4 cups. And we're gonna blend this. I'm just gonna use the same blender. Sorry for, that's how easy it is to make this pudding. All you do is add almond milk to it. Oops. See how it's thickening up? There you go. I'm gonna wipe it off. But you guys can see, like, I literally made the cream cheese frosting, the glaze, the pudding, and the mousse in maybe 10 minutes. And I would have these all week long to add to my cakes so that I'm not eating anything boring. AJ, share that and let everybody try it. I love the chocolate, I love the vanilla. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's crazy. It tastes exactly like pudding. Like you can't tell you're not eating the bad stuff. All right, let me just clear this up.
You just took the pudding.
Oh, I took the pudding. All right, I'm gonna clear all this up real quick. And then I'm gonna show you how to do the bone broth. Okay. Now we're gonna do the bone broth, and then we'll do the potato pancake. Have you guys seen my bone broth video? No? You seen it? Okay. I'm gonna show you what I do right now because to me, this is, I can't emphasize how important it is for everybody to be doing bone broth, especially now with all the sickness going around. Bone broth is something that should be a staple in your home. I've had many people that have the C word, you know what I'm talking about? My video will get flagged if I say it. So one thing I've been sending all my friends is bone broth and a steam inhaler. And then, like, I've not been sick. I'm doing 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I'm doing 10,000, which is 2 little pills of the D3. And I do zinc and stuff too. But you should take care of yourself, preventative maintenance. You know what vitamin C does? It rebuilds white blood cells. So it's really good to have a lot of white blood cells so you don't get sick. You know? I brought you some new friends. Okay. So we're gonna do the bone broth now. What I do, the fat kind of floats to the top. So I try to get rid of most of the skin. Sometimes I miss it, okay? So what I did, I have an Instapot. You know what? I'm going to show you the Instapot first. You guys need to know how to make this bone broth. It's very important. I've got one of these. Anybody got these at home? Okay, this is what you want. I cook my chicken in here too. So when I do the chicken, I buy boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You can buy like up to 10 pounds of chicken and fit it in here.
Where are you getting your chicken?
Sam's.
The organic one in the package?
Okay, I don't do organic for the market because it's way too expensive. I'd have to charge more, but I do for us. And I buy it and I put some of my HTM seasoning. I'll put a tablespoon at the bottom and then I'll put the 10 pounds of chicken in and then I'll put another tablespoon at the top and I'll fill it, there, you know, there's the max line. You fill it with water. So you want the whole thing covered in water and then you just, for the chicken, I cook it on meat stew. For the broth, I do, so he likes rotisserie chicken. So I just buy a couple rotisserie chickens from Sam's and I debone them and I'll throw the bones in here and I fill it up with water to the max line. And I stick it in here and I turn it on and I do the soup broth button and I do that twice, okay? So once it cooks, while it's still under pressure, I hit the button again. I hit cancel and I hit the button again. What that does, I'm going to show you what that does when you hit the broth button twice.
Is that the same as a pressure cooker?
Yes. The only thing is I know how long I got to do it in on this. You're going to have to figure it out with your pressure cooker. Just because I don't have one. I don't do this. But a pressure cooker and an Instapot will.
How many carcasses are you using?
It's 2 chickens. 2 of the rotisseries. So I get rid of the fat that's in it because I don't care for the fat. But okay,
How will we know to run it twice? Like I don't have that particular Instapot. I get like
it'll stop.
QVC. I know, but you restart it. So how do you?
Yeah. So when it stops, when it's done, you hit cancel and you hit it again.
So okay, just do it twice.
You have yes because look when you do it twice. Look, see this bone? It's literally falling apart in my hand. That's what you want. Because you're gonna blend it when you're doing bone broth like this. Like look how, can you take a video of this close up? Look what happens to these bones. They just, they're so brittle. This is what a pressure cooker does. It makes them so brittle, they just break apart in your hand. So then what you do is you put it all in a Vitamix. And again, I try to get rid of the skin. You don't need the extra fat from the skin, huh?
The bones. You just want the bones.
You want the bones, the marrow, the collagen. You want all of it.
Mom, I see string on there.
A string there. Oh yeah, there is a string on here. This is from the rotisserie.
Serving, you know.
Okay.
Dad, charge your phone. You have 10%.
Yeah,
So
I know.
here's what I do. Now I'm gonna strain the rest of this.
That's because, see, smartphones are smart and they're stupid.
So I'm only gonna put a little bit of this broth in here. Because if you put too much, it doesn't blend good. You want this to blend good and pour it back in the broth. Okay? So we're gonna put a little bit of broth in here. Like that's a good amount right there. That's all I need. And the rest of it, I'm gonna strain it.
What exactly does bone broth do for our bodies?
Oh goodness. Oh gosh. Whoops. Look it up. It is like, you know how turmeric is good for everything and garlic is good for everything? I feel like bone broth is that times 10. It's just so much better. Let me, you know what? While we're talking, let me look it up.
No, you keep going.
Oh, I want to. I'm gonna blend it. I'm gonna blend it and show you what it looks like blended. Okay, so the rest of this, I'm gonna dump it in here. And we're gonna blend this. And I'll show you what it looks like.
I'm gonna run out of battery if we don't stop. Can you give me the charger end and see?
Okay, guys.
Running out of battery here, folks.
See how this is what regular bone broth looks like?
Oh, okay.
This is what happens when you add the marrow, the collagen, the bones.
Well, maybe.
And I'm telling you, I love it. And,
Oh, I guess
filled
it
up
is.
really a lot. But I'm gonna mix it now. I'm gonna mix it with a quarter cup. I think this tastes 500 times better than bone broth. And I'm gonna let you try it. The thing is that this part always settles to the bottom. So when you warm it, you gotta mix it. And when you drink it, you gotta be stirring it. I just wanna check it and see if it needs any salt. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. Honestly, this is good without salt. And you're gonna be surprised. I know you're freaked
Are
out.
you making soup with this? Like actually, do you drink it?
No, I just drink it straight. Hi, sweetie. I drink it straight. You can buy collagen and spend $35, or you can make your own collagen. You know what I'm saying? This is how they make collagen. They take collagen and dry it up and powder it up. So you might as well like do it yourself. Here, AJ, can you pass these out, honey? I promise you. I know it like sounds gross, but I promise you it's not. Five?
Now, can you freeze this?
Yes, that's what I do. So what I do, this will make about 6 quarts. It makes about 6 quarts, so I put it in 6 1-quart jars. And I just put it in the freezer and I take one out every day and I'll drink one every couple days. So it lasts you a good while. So I do want to share the benefits. Bone broth is rich in minerals that help build and strengthen your bones. It also contains many healthy nutrients, including vitamins, amino acids, and essential fatty acids. The other thing it does is like my mom is a health nut. She's 69. She looks great. But she has severe osteoporosis in the back of her neck. And she gets like unbearable pain. This is something that helps things like that. Especially us women, as we're getting older, we need to make sure our bones are still healthy and strong. And that's what this does. Like, I hate to say it, but eating bones strengthens bones. You know what I'm saying? It really does.
You know, I make beef bone broth, and I use short ribs, and I use the bone works.
So do it like this.
And what happened was I cooked it and everything, and I put it in the freezer in jars, and then it turned rancid. It was like, just, I wonder what I did wrong.
Yeah, I wonder because I take mine out of the freezer all the time. I never have that problem. You think you might have had a bad batch? You think maybe the bones went bad, see what I do if I'm not making bone broth right away, I always freeze my bones. I don't keep my bones in the fridge, I keep the bones in the freezer, and then when I go to make the broth, I just take them out of the freezer, throw them in here, add water, and do it that way. Because bones do go bad. Like if you, so I don't know, maybe the only thing I can think of is they might have been out too long.
You know, I can't remember.
Yeah, putting it in the freezer and taking it out shouldn't alter the flavor. No.
So, you kind of mix this in soup or not? You're just
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can totally make a soup out of this. You can add vegetables to it. Collagen increases muscle mass and prevents bone loss. It relieves joint pain and it improves your skin, reduces wrinkles and dryness. So when you're making the broth, but you're not adding the collagen, you're not getting all those benefits.
So when we buy bone broth at Aldi, they sell bone broth.
It ain't
Like
this.
Chicken broth.
It ain't this.
They're not putting the bones in it.
No, they're just boiling the bones and getting the broth. You saw what the broth looked like before I put everything in it. So that's why I'm saying, like, this is light years way better than doing just the broth. And I think it tastes. Did you taste it?
Yeah. I'd rather have like a soup. I'm not gonna
You'd rather make it like a soup?
I don't think I could drink it.
Just like that?
I guess.
Okay.
But I'm not a meat. I'm not a big meat.
You can add salt to it.
Yeah.
Or the HTM seasoning. You can add anything to it. You can add oat fiber to it. Like if you're doing like a fast, you can add oat fiber to it and do it. Yeah, I love it. I like a little bit more salt. I would add more salt to this or the HTM seasoning, and then I think I would like love it. Yeah, but that's what you want to do, guys. Okay, last thing, potato pancakes.
And that's the Vitamix, the machine.
I do it in a Vitamix, but any blender, they're so brittle, they'll blend easy in any blender. I do think if you're eat like me and you're real conscious of how you eat, you should invest in a Vitamix. And I always say it's better to buy it at like Sam's or Costco, because when you buy it there, 5 years later, if something goes wrong with it, you can always return it. See how it settled to the bottom? Okay, so you have to always be stirring. All right, last thing here, potato pancakes. I want to clear this up though so I can make a video.
Oh, yeah. My daughter.
Gracie, could you help me clean this up and clear it up?
AJ, why don't you help Mom? Because Grace is getting,
No, I didn't realize this was the.
Grace is getting helping him out.
Oh boy, I'm gonna make more of a mess than I did the other side. Okay, guys. So now, yeah, just put. Here, I'm gonna put everything I'm not using on this side so you can put it away. So potato pancakes. What I did, I sauteed onions in this thing. I love this Dash Express. My favorite thing.
Mom, where's the cap to everything?
I don't know. I might have accidentally thrown out. These put away. Just put these away. I didn't use them. So I need a fork. Can you give me a spatula, sweetie? I'm gonna turn this back on. What I did before we started is I just sauteed some onions in here. So now what I'm gonna do is add my quarter cup of egg
This
whites.
altogether is $12.72, and the smoothie is $5.30.
My 2 tablespoons plain non-fat Greek yogurt.
2 smoothies.
And I'm gonna open this up and we're gonna try it. Their cornbread extract their cornbread extract made my skinny bread taste exactly like cornbread. And I think I did 15 drops, which is 1/8 of a teaspoon.
And then this.
In one mix, yep.
Alright,
So I'm gonna do the same thing with the mashed potato extract. Let's see. Basically a dropper full. Now, one of my customers suggested this. I've never even eaten potato pancakes. Have you guys eaten potato pancakes? You have? Okay, how do you make it?
Shredded potatoes.
Like hash browns or like mashed potato?
I think it's like latkes, like
Uh-huh.
and then they have matzo in them, and then eggs and fry it. So yeah, it's like a hash brown, but it's fine and you grate it. Yeah.
You grate it? Okay, so this is gonna be like a bread-like texture. Some people do that? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to see how this is. But one thing I really miss is potatoes because I never eat them. So I'm gonna try to mix these onions in here. Okay. And we're gonna let this cook and we'll be back in a couple minutes. See how it turns out. I'm gonna taste it raw just for a second. Get the potato flavor. It does have a potato flavor. I don't know, we'll see how it turns out. If it's not a hit, I'll let you know.
Kidding me?
I probably should have tried it before I.
Can you pick that up for me, Jake? I'm trying to. My phone is gonna die. Thanks, bud. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
See, and like how it talks about bone broth increasing muscle mass. That's what the mixes do too, though. When you're eating this much protein and the source of your protein is coming from something as easily digestible as like egg whites and stuff, protein rebuilds muscle cells. That's what's awesome about protein. That's why you always want to have a lot of protein in your diet. That's why, like, I'm not into, I don't think vegans get enough protein. You know, you gotta be careful. You gotta make sure you get your, and I'm not like against it because I know I have friends that are vegan or whatever, but one of the ways you gotta make sure you get enough protein in. And the problem is if you're not eating meat and you're not eating eggs and stuff, like that's where all protein comes from, you know? Or I know you can eat plant-based protein, but you have to do a lot of that. A lot of it. Like you're supposed to eat a lot of protein. I think mine, when I did my tracker or whatever on my fitness pal, I think just for me, I'm supposed to be eating like 100 grams of protein a day. That's a lot of protein if you want to be losing weight. You know what I mean? And I've only got like 15, 20 pounds I want to lose. But I know if I don't eat enough protein, so I do a lot of salmon, I do my burgers, I do, you know, but most of my protein comes from the mixes.
How much protein is like in a glass of that?
The bone broth? Well, the bone broth doesn't have a lot of protein. The bone broth, the collagen in the bone broth what increases your muscle mass, okay, and strengthens your bones. But protein is also just as important because protein is what God uses to rebuild our muscle cells. So for example, when you're exercising, you're sweating, and you're moving your muscles, you're breaking them down, and then you eat protein to rebuild them. And that's why bodybuilders do a ton of protein, because they want big muscles, you know what I mean? We don't necessarily want that, but and the source of your protein matters. So what do bodybuilders use? A lot of whey protein. I'm not a bodybuilder, and I don't want to be a bodybuilder, and I don't want muscles that big. So I do egg white protein, because egg white protein is really healthy, but I feel like your body, and I know your body digests it better. It tastes way better in smoothies than whey protein because you can't even taste it. And then the thing about it is it's the most digestible protein out there. Alright, let's flip this over and try it. And we'll call it a day. Whoops, I don't remember if I... So I've never had a potato pancake, so I don't know what to compare it to. I'm gonna have to like find one somewhere and order it. You're gonna have to tell me if it tastes anything like a potato pancake. Because that's what one of my customers said they did. They said they bought the mashed potato extract and they cooked it with onions and the skinny, and it tasted like a potato pancake. Should I dress it up? Should I put like Parmesan cheese and stuff on it? I mean, I would want that. Is a cheesy potato pancake better? Or does that not exist?
With sour cream and maybe a little green onion on it or something like that.
Sour cream and green onion? I have sour cream, I don't have green onion. Let me get, hold on, I got sour cream here. What? Applesauce? Okay, applesauce is a cuss word here. Only because it's so high in carbs. No, yeah, we don't want, we're gonna have to find an alternative. I got one of those apple flavor extracts. Like if you want to make an apple cinnamon waffle, you can, but I only do like a quarter of an apple because one apple is 25 carbs. And applesauce is more than that. Even though it's not a lot of calories.
It is an apple.
Okay. Be honest. Be honest. I don't know what I taste. This is really good, yeah. I'm gonna make a recipe and a separate video for this because I think it needs a little bit more potato extract, but it is good. It is good, guys. We love you. Thank you for watching. Order a meal kit, or don't order a meal kit, just come get it, because that's the one thing I can't ship. But I can ship any other of the bundles. And we are in the Davison Farmers Market, guys, every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 9 to 5. Thank you so much for watching, guys. God bless you.